Welcome to our colorful robotics lab. Today we are going to learn how robots use real code to control a traffic light. We will be using an Arduino Uno and a helper robot to see how simple instructions turn into a working machine. Blocks are a great visual way to write instructions, but today we will see how they transform into real C++ text. We will explore 4 superpowers of coding: variables, loops, conditions, and math. Let us start with variables. Our Arduino needs clear instructions to function. We use variables to give our electronic parts friendly, easy-to-read names. The screen shows our first line of code. Const int red LED equals 8. This tells the Arduino where to find the red light. The number 8 represents the physical pin on the board. When we connect the red LED to pin 8, it glows. Next, we define the yellow light on pin 9 and the green light on pin 10 using the same variable structure. Variables act like labeled storage boxes. Using names like red LED is much easier to remember than just using pin numbers. A block-based variable can store the same information as our C++ code. They both mean exactly the same thing. Now we define the timing. We create a variable called red time and set it to 3000 to manage our waiting period. 3000 milliseconds equals 3 seconds. This is how long the red light will stay on for our traffic pattern. We also set our yellow time to 1000 milliseconds, which is 1 second, and our green time to 3000 milliseconds. Just like our pin names, these time variables are like labeled boxes that store important information for our robot. Every Arduino sketch needs a starting point. This is called the setup function, which runs only once when the board wakes up. The robot wakes up from its charging station. This represents the moment the Arduino board receives power and begins its task. Inside the setup function, we use pin mode to tell the Arduino what each pin will do for our project. Output means the pin will send power to a light. We prepare the red, yellow, and green pins as outputs. We also add a button to our circuit. We set the button pin to input_pull-up, which tells the Arduino to listen for a signal. The button is connected to pin 2. Setup ensures every single part of our robot is ready for the main program. After the setup is complete, we move to the loop function. This is where the real action happens for our traffic light. The loop function is special because it repeats the same instructions over and over again forever. Circular arrows appear around the loop code to show how the program cycles back to the start automatically. Inside the loop, we use digitalWrite to change a pin's power. High turns the light on, and LOW turns it off. When we send a high signal to the red LED pin, the red light on our traffic signal turns on immediately. Next, we use the delay command. This tells the Arduino to pause and wait for the time stored in our red time variable. The red clock counts down for 3 seconds. The Arduino waits patiently until the time is up. Then we send a low W signal to the red LED pin. This turns the red light off so the next color can appear. Now the traffic light pattern continues. The Arduino turns on the yellow light using the yellow time variable. After 1 second, the yellow light turns off and the green light turns on to keep the traffic moving. The green light stays on for 3 seconds, completing our basic traffic light cycle before the loop restarts. Now, let us add a new feature. We want our robot to make a choice based on a button press. We use digital read to check the button pin. This tells us if the user is pressing the button right now. We store this information in a variable called button state. This tells the Arduino if the button is active. We use an if condition to check if the button is pressed. This is how robots make simple decisions. In our setup, a pressed button sends a LOW signal. So if button state equals LOW, our condition is true. When the button is pressed, the green light begins to blink. This is our special signal for the user. To make the blink happen, we use math. We divide green time by 3 to create a faster blink time variable. 3000 divided by 3 equals 1000. Our math calculation gives us a 1 second blink interval. Now we introduce a for loop. This repeats a specific job a chosen number of times, like blinking 3 times. The for loop is very efficient. It tells the Arduino to repeat the blinking sequence exactly 3 times. Inside the loop, we turn the green light on, wait for the blink time, turn it off, and wait again. The green LED blinks 3 times while the robot counts along. It is a perfect way to show a special signal. But what if the button is not pressed? We use an ELSE statement to handle that situation. The else part of our condition runs the normal traffic light pattern when the button is left alone. Conditions are powerful because they allow the robot to choose between two different behaviors based on the button. Variables store our data, setup prepares the board, and the loop keeps the program running forever. Conditions help the robot decide what to do, while math and loops allow for more complex, interesting behaviors. Everything we have written is now part of one complete sketch in the Arduino IDE software. It is time to bring our code to life. We connect the laptop to the Arduino using a USB cable. The cable acts as a bridge, allowing us to send our instructions directly into the robot brain. In the Arduino IDE, we select the correct board type and the port where our Arduino is connected. We click the upload button, which looks like a small arrow pointing to the right. Watch as the RX and TX lights on the Arduino board flash quickly, signaling that data is being transferred. The code is now living inside the Arduino. The robot is ready to follow our custom instructions. The traffic light starts its cycle. It runs the red, yellow, and green pattern just as we programmed it. We press the button, and the green light blinks 3 times, showing our condition and loop in action. It is amazing to see how variables, loops, and conditions work together to create a smart robot. You have successfully used real coding concepts to build a functional, interactive traffic light system. Keep experimenting with your code, and you will be able to build even more incredible robots in the future.